Okay, we just got our MPC5000 from AKAI. This is an AKAI sampler. And we just got ours recently, about a day ago, and I've read the manual, of course, as always, and figured how to use it. So we'll teach you in our video. Well, right here, a little preview. This is the Q1 fader. We have Q2, 3, and 4. Of course, you turn them on. These are our faders, after buttons. We have the knobs next, which are 8 this time, as compared to the 4000 or the 2500. And this is Q5, Q6, Q7, Q8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Of course, the after buttons are above each one of these knobs here, these 8 knobs. Now, this section right here is our virtual analog synth. And we can press the button to go to synth. We have our arpeggiator off, and we have our arpeggiator right there button. Now, we can access the VCO. We've got 3 VCOs. We've got a VCF and a VCA and an envelope attached to each one of those. So it's a pretty strong virtual analog synth. You can program your sounds in from there. A much bigger screen, of course, as you can see right here. It's got many positions, which is really cool. Sitting home at night or whatever, you're hanging out. Enough positions for you right there. We've got our display contrast. We've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 F buttons, which correspond to our screen, whatever here below the screen. We've got our window button right there. We have the usual pads, the 4x4, so 16 pads. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 banks, giving us a total of 64 different sounds on each pad, of course. Now, right up here we have our input select, which is phono or to mic. This is a new feature on MPC, which is now finally right here in the little input section right here. We have our input through button, which brings up a screen on our MPC5000 right here. We have our record gain from minimum to maximum. Always make sure what you're doing there. And of course, our volume control. Never keep it too loud. Make sure it's very low before you start, and switch your level on your speakers up so that way you won't blow those speakers out. We've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, of course, we've done already. Our pad bank. We have the full level, typical, the 16 level, typical, and the track mute and the next sequence is typical for all MPCs. We have our input data here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. Our plus and minus sign in to enter that data in. And we have our data wheel. And we have our plus and minus buttons right here. In case increments are very close to each other, we use plus and minus. We have the cursors up and down, left to right. Tempo, tap it in. Our main screen. That's a classic on every MPC. Press that, we're back to the main sequence screen. We have our mode. We press a mode down, and then we can hit any pad. These names in the back of them that leads us right to that particular section on our MPC. We have the shift. We have our undo, and once you undo it, you may want to redo it, press it again, it redoes it right back the way it was. Of course, we have our transport section right here. Our step up and down, go to the bar, and we have record, overdub, play, stop, play, and play start. Well, when you first get your MPC, of course, you plug your cables in. We turn that bad boy on. And it's powering up. So it's initializing the internal hard drive, which is about 80 gigs. And if you have a CD-ROM, it'll recognize that. This is version 1.00. So as all MPCs, I'm going to add some more versions to this, actually, as always. You know, get rid of the kinks and see what everybody wants to use. And it comes with 64 megabytes of RAM. You can upgrade it to 192. It says CD drive, none. We'll install one later on. You'll watch us do that. And as you can see, once it comes on, we got our window light lit here. We have these amber buttons now, these amber lights on these buttons for the pad bank, so you can select it, you know where you are. And we also have our tap tempos already set. If the BPM's already here, you see that little light blink? It's blinking to the tempo already.